I'm a conscientious objector, but wait, let me explain. I wouldn't want you to get the wrong idea. In 1968, I put my name down for the draft. That's conscription for the army, not a beer. My mother started praying, God, don't let them take my son. Don't let the army send him off to war. She got a prayer chain going, and in every second home you could hear the murmured prayers behind the doors. A couple of weeks down the track, an official letter came. It said I'd been indefinitely deferred. Well, that went well, my mother said, encouraging her mates to pick a cause and pray on undeterred. My number hadn't come up, so I got on with my life, became a muso, travelled far and wide. Married, divorced, married again, had a couple of kids, just did the best I could in everything I tried. But every now and then I think of those whose names were called and raise a glass in quiet gratitude. There's a drop of silence deep within. It's with me every day, and every now and then I whisper, thank you. Not just to all those veterans who fought in Vietnam, but all the generations gone before. From Gallipoli to Tarancot, our families quietly prayed as they watched their loved ones sail to distant shores. As I read my deferment letter in 1968, I knew I'd dodged a bullet, and I knew why. Because I'd grown up with the photographs of relatives at war, the images that stirred a child's pride. There's Uncle Don, a naval gunner, grinning from the deck, and Uncle Doug, an Air Force engineer. Great Uncle Alf, astride his horse, a feather in his hat, strikes a confident pose, no trace of fear. Our country strong, our people safe, because our forebears paid the costly price of freedom willingly. A ghostly column stretching back, they smile and egg us on to just live well. It honours them, you see. Now many fought and many didn't, and there's no shame in either, though the veterans' post-war rest is truly earned. And it must be said that if you went, the bar was set much higher. You were tested in a way that others weren't. But I'll get back to my earlier point, re matters of my conscience, and things that I object to vehemently. Those bloody first world problems that I hear every day, the moans and groans of Generation Me. The internet's not fast enough. It's driving me insane, and the latest iPhone isn't up to scratch. They promised me parental leave and now they've cut it back, and without a raise I'll have to drive a hatch. My boss is always on my back to do a fair day's work. He seems to think he's got a bloody right. To ask me to complete a task, he's got a bloody nerve. I've a mind to quit and walk away tonight. Whatever. I just feel like alienated. There's nothing here to do. I'm always bored, society's let me down. No one understands me. That's my latest Facebook post. And without a car, how can I get around? Now we can't blame the veterans for this Generation Me. They were overseas and carrying a gun. No, the job of teaching values should be done by those who stayed, and respect for those who served is number one. Now there's nothing wrong with argument. That's how our freedom works, and decisions regarding wars need debate. Should we fight or should we not? That's the job of politics, and conscience must be allowed to write our fate. So when you hear someone say, my house is far too small, there's not enough room to entertain, and we can't afford a second car, school fees are going up, and this year we might not holiday in Spain. Gently remind them of someone you knew who slept under canvas at night. A letter from home, their only relief from toil. Who shared their tent without complaint and rose at dawn's first light to carry freedom's flag on foreign soil. Yes, I'm a conscientious objector, but not in the usual sense. My conscience can't abide ingratitude. So I'll keep on objecting to the lure of comfort's charm that seduces us to grow less resolute. So spare a thought lest we forget that freedom has a price, and it's paid by those for whom the bell has tolled. But the coin we use is integrity, and all of us must give. Our heritage must not be bought or sold. Now the warrior can't do it all, but neither can the civvy. The baton passes hand to willing hand. Yes, legacy's a priceless gift, an endless relay race, and the shining prize is our great southern land.